So a lot has happened since the election, and it's caused me to step back and take some reflection. I turn on the news and see protests and violence. And some of those protests have turned to hate-filled riots. I have to ask, how does hate solve anything? What do fires, fights, and segregation beneficially bring? Why are we taking our disagreement with one man and letting it ruin our country? I don't want to offend anyone, but I need to say this bluntly. I've seen nasty words, emotions slurred, and the unity of our nation being blurred. We've started to hate people because of policies. We started to segregate because of our own qualities. We have started to glorify, whether good or bad, our democracy. But what we tend to forget is that our lives don't revolve around a democracy. They revolve around a monarchy. And that monarchy is led by the one leader that matters. The one who brings hope and revival from our greatest disasters. I mean, if you only look back at the life of Jesus, he faced some pretty uncertain circumstances. But even though he was mocked, even though he was persecuted, even though he was beaten, his kingdom still advances. And what other trials did he face? He died. Literal and physical death. The world seemed dark. Hope seemed lost. Until after 3 days he rose and gave all of us life and breath. And now to some of you, the world may seem uncertain. The world may seem hopeless and it may seem dark. But it's times like these where Jesus comes in and leaves his mark. We just need to stay hopeful and lean into his grace and identity. Lean in. We need to desperately. Because this king, he'll never let you down. This king is so perfect that at his feet is the place where we lay our crowns. It is this king that brings us light into the darkest places and loves people of all backgrounds, all sexes, and all races. So instead of worrying about whether we should side left wing or right, instead we should confide in the one who through his blood washed all of our sins white. Instead of spreading hate, can we not just spread love? Instead of looking to politics and media, can we not just look to God above? It's time to step up and start practicing what we preach. It's time to stop centering our lives around the word impeach and start centering our lives around the word teach. Teach others that the world doesn't end when you have your foundation in something that's never ending. Let's make our country a place that people are proud to be defending. It's time to love. It's time to show grace. It's time to come together and run back towards our faith. It's time to change.